Welcome to Rugby M and welcome to Wembley! Woo!
This is what I love about Wembley, the Challenge Cup final. We've got Wigan here. We've got a neutral, and then we've got the wire. Right, we'll start with the wire because it's your day today. You have not won a final for 6 consecutive league and cup games. It's going to be tough, innit? You experienced it last year. You got beat by Catalan. Can you do it against the informed St Helens?
Of course we can. Of course we can. We've not played well for the last few games. Big game final, big game, big players step up.
Blake Austin out of the squad is going to be a big loss.
Yeah, but we've got plenty of players who can cover for him. Yeah, let someone else step up. He's been the main man, but you know what? Let someone else have a chance.
Who do you think St Helens' main threat are? Because Roby, I'm excited to see Roby against Daz Clark.
Roby, got to be Roby. Yeah. He's the only one I really know of. Really, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know many of the St Helens players. I don't want to know him.
You don't want to know him. He's angry. He don't want to know. He don't want to know the players, does he? But this is what he does know. He knows to get down to the fan park, Box Park Arena for a pre-match beer. This is what you love about rugby.
Oh, of course it is. The beer. What's not to like?
Can I have a taste? Cheers, mate. Chance Cup final, Wembley. Wigan! The Pie Eaters are here. I can't say too much. I had 2 great years at Wigan. Who are you supporting then? It's going to be tough for you. Wire, right? One of your rivals as well, but St Helens even a bigger rival.
Rivals, aren't they? Yeah, Saints. So I'd love Warrington to win, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just to put it up, Saints.
What's your heart saying?
Oh, my heart says Saints are going to win it, to be honest.
They have been in form all year. They've been the benchmark team, league leaders.
Yeah.
If they win today, they're looking good for the treble, aren't they?
They are, yeah, but I think we're going to get to grand final and spoil the party.
Oh, grand final. What do you like about Wembley? Because straight away, I've been outside. Fans are building nicely, atmosphere's building.
It's just like one big family, isn't it? You know, everybody's mates. You know, like doesn't matter who you support. Like you just get talking, and it's just a friendly thing, isn't it? It's lovely. You know,
And look at this on the bitter. Can I sample that one as well, please? Just sampling the beers today. Very nice, very nice. Look behind us. Look at that. Wembley Way, Wembley Stadium, Challenge Cup final between St Helens and Warrington Wolves. It's going to be an absolutely thrilling game. Fans are building nicely. Just not Warrington Saints fans. There's Wigan fans, loads of different fans. Saints fans, get in, Saints fans! Come on! Come on! The ball! Come on! Excited or nervous?
Too right. Excited, mate. Buzzing.
Buzzing.
Easy win today. Easy win. Yeah, Mr. Lachlan Cooks himself.
Yeah.
Come on.
In the league leaders, right, you're on form, you've beaten 3 times this year, you haven't played in the Challenge Cup since 2008, only Roby, the only player in that squad. Does that inexperience matter today?
Well, I brought me luck, because every time I ring my lad, I brought him 3 times watching St Helens in Challenge Cup final to Wembley, and they've won every time.
Wow. Who are Warrington's main threats? To get that win at Wembley, who do you need to watch?
Lachlan Cooks, definitely.
Lachlan Cooks.
Yeah, I think he'll start today. Yeah. Definitely.
Few beers already?
No, I've drove here.
Drove here.
These lads might. These two might.
We'll be loving the victory at the end. Cheers, boys. Have a good one. See you, lads. Derek, talk to me about this behind us. Looks exciting.
Yeah.
Can I beat the times?
I reckon you can, mate. If you're as fast in a car as you are on pitch, we're right, lad.
I don't know. You don't see that wire flare? I got dicked by that, mate.
Oh, mate, I know, terrible, isn't it? There's no engine in it, though, man. It's hard to push that, you know.
I'll be all right pushing that. Let's talk about this then, because it's been at quite a lot of games.
Yeah. So basically, it was just an idea to sort of raise a bit of a profile for the Cup. So it's its first year. Our business uses it to promote. The sponsor has provided the prizes, Leisure Resorts. Their logo's on there, so we just took it round the grounds and let people have a little bit of fun and put some prizes up for grabs and promote the Cup.
Obviously disappointing that your club lay out in it, but it's great what you've done. Got behind the cup and Widnes against Sheffield. Who do you reckon can pinpoint that win today?
I think Widnes will win it, and no disrespect to Sheffield, I think they've had a fantastic season, and you know Mark Aston does a great job there, and be delighted if they win it as well. But I just think this year with Widnes, not because they beat us, but you know the play. Rugby's a tough game, innit? These guys have got to put the body on the line, not just on the field in training. You know the rest of the contacts, and to do that when you know you're minus 12, you can't win anything. It's a big ask. So this is all they had to go for, and you could see that when they beat us what it meant to them. So I just have that little bit of thing where I kind of feel for Widnes, so I'd fancy them.
How exciting is for these players to play on the big stage, Wembley, though?
Mate, I think I said in a previous release, I'd take my team play Tiddlywinks at Wembley, you know what I mean?
You would though,
it's
wouldn't you?
marvellous.
I'm good, I've never played at Wembley.
Oh, mate, really? You didn't? No, I was in there yesterday, and it's magical, you know. We had a look round being the sponsor, everything they've done. The RFL's done a fantastic job. You look at all the branding for Coral, great title sponsor. You know, it's fantastic. So just be on the back of that on a smaller scale, what an experience. So
how good is Wembley, Derek, though? I've just been outside, fans from all clubs coming together for Rugby League.
Mate, it's immense. You know, I mean, sponsoring this competition's worth it just to have this day. Yeah. Never mind the exposure of your brand. I don't care about that. You know, it's absolutely brilliant. The way that we was just talking to the guy who owns Leisure Resorts there. You know, you walk up here and he's like, look at all the different shirts. I've seen Leeds, I've seen all OKR, London, Wigan. You know, everybody's here and they can all have a pint with each other. We can all have a laugh. Our kids can all knock around with each other. It's amazing. You couldn't do that in a game of football, could you?
Right. You're going in now, Derek, aren't you?
Am I going in before you?
You're going in before, and then I've got something to try and beat.
Here we go.
Let's have a look. Derek Beaumont, the Leona, is in the car. He's talking it up. First corner. Oh, nice. He's done this before. Oh, beautiful. Oh, he's done. How good's that? Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's got this in garage or house, doesn't matter. Oh, look at the concentration face. I'll be shocking, mate. It's terrible. I haven't played a game since I was about 10. Just be one lap to do it. Good time. What's he got?
I'll just do the warming.
Yes. Wagataurus is going in. I'm a shocking driver. No pressure. No pressure.
Now, Wagger, just check down there, mate. There should be two pedals, yeah? The one on the right makes you stop, and the one on the left makes you go faster. Here he goes. Let's see if he can get round the first lap without crashing. Oh, he's off foot to the metal already. I'll bet you any money he goes skittling through some cones in a minute on this first bend. You watch. When he turns to the right, he'll miss it. Oh, he's done it. Ah, has he been in here practicing last night, this lad? He's staying it on the tarmac. He's got a big bend here on the left. He's held it on, look at this. Oh, he's going cutting the grass. Put this man a lawnmower on the back. Let's get the grass cut while you're on there, Wagger lad. He's going the right way, go on. I got excited. He's just cost me a fortune on tyres, man. Get this guy some new shoes.
Ah, did it? Yeah, it is. By then I just thought he'd spin out.
Go on, Wagger, flat out now. He's coming to the big bend. Can he hold it on? Can he hold it on? Can he hold it on? He's on here. Oh, he's done it. He's done it.
I've held it.
Go on, Wagger. You're down the wing, lad. The try line's here. Lava. He's just having a ride wherever he wants. He's riding it like he's nicked it. I can hear sirens, Wagger. I can hear sirens, lad. Quick. Get going.
Derek, great commentator, by the way, but I struggled, didn't I? I got a little bit overconfident on the pedal.
Mate, I thought you were going great till someone mentioned sirens.
In gas, sirens chasing me. Head went. I didn't even complete the course.
No, mate, not many people do on the first go, but you persisted. You'll get it later, don't worry. You need.
I'm going round the wrong way. I need a beer. Let's go. Beer time. Ron sealed tackle meter. I've got my shoulder pads on. I'm ready to put some shots on. I'm going to absolutely smash someone. How much power?
Right now, you've got 3 fans. You're going to bring them up. We're going to do the Waggers Pint Challenge. First of all, let's bring them up. We've got a Hull fan, a Saints fan, and one of them. Come on, mate. Grab your pints on the way up, boys. Come on. What's your name, mate?
Nige.
Big Nige. Saints fans, are you supporting Big Nige? Yeah, you are. From one big man to another big man. What's your name, pal?
Mark.
Mark, the Wire fan. Can you win today?
Definitely. We've had a few upsets against Saints in the past, so hopefully we can pull it together and get the win.
Who will be the Lance Todd winner in your eyes?
For us to win, I think Darryl Clark's got to have a steaming game, so hopefully he can shoot out from dummy half and get us some quick tries.
Right, the DJ is going to play a song, and it's We Do Not Want to See One Drop of the Amber Nectar Spilt. Don't mess about. You're playing for pride today. Are you ready, Wagger? Game faces. Show us your game faces, boys. Game faces on. Right then. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh! The champion. First blood. Wyatt. Wagger, what a fantastic day down here today.
Unbelievable atmosphere, Simo. It's pumping.
It's pumping. The Saints fans, the Warren fans, they're in good voice, mate. It's going to be a big day.
It's going to be an absolute classic of a game, mate. Atmosphere's building nicely. Come kick-off time, it's going to be tense.
Let's go now up to Woughbrow, because Woughbrow are an amazing club, amazing set of people. Big shout to Bruffy up there as well.
Bruffy, Wagger, Taurus loves you. The Maras, Woughbrow, what a camp. Great guys.
Absolutely outstanding. Let's go up now. Little League, Wagger Taurus, Woughbrow.
Waggers Little League, sponsored by Blading Electricals, brings me to Cumbria with the Maras. I'm down at Woughbrow as we feature their under-11s fixture against Maryport. The likes of James Donaldson was produced from this great club. But not only is it a great club, look at the views. That's not game day, that's Cumbrian fresh air. What about the hospitality at the Wharf-Brow Hornets? No wonder you Cumbrians are absolutely machines. I've had one bacon sandwich, one bacon is enough. Look at this, I've got this, he's given me two. Let's have a taste. Get out. I love Little League, I love Saturday mornings. Bacon sarnie. I'm pitch side with Gary, the under 10s and under 11s coach. What are these guys like to coach?
Most of the time they're all right, but as kids, you know yourself, that you want to go home after the session and sometimes have a drink because they are.
A drink?
Yeah, drink sometimes a session, but usually they are good lads and really good to coach. They listen a lot, so we're getting there with them.
I'm joined pitch side by the team Wharf-Brow Hornets. Right, I've got here, young lad, play hooker, don't you?
Yeah.
Best position on the field. First question, why do you play rugby league?
Because I enjoy tackling and like putting something on for my team.
Who's your inspiration? Who's your favourite player? Who's you watching Super League and think, I want to base my game around him?
I watch Wigan and George Williams, my inspiration.
Ian, let's talk about your position at the club at Wharf-Brow. Firstly, how good is this grass? How good is this Cumbrian grass?
I like to think it's good. Spent quite a bit of time. Take a bit of pride in it, really. You know. I think when you've got clubs coming from away, if you've got a good setup, it looks good. It just it gives a good impression for your own club, really. You know.
What's your role at the club?
Basically, well, I'm actually on the committee, but my main role is sort of just looking after the ground and other maintenance jobs round about the club. So it's virtually a second job, really.
How's it going as a club? What age groups have you got, and is it going really well? Is first team going good?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. We go through right from 6s all the way up to the 16s, and we have a first and second team. And the second team's really doing well in the conference, so it's future's looking bright for Wharf-Brow.
How's it going at Maryport as a club?
As a club at Maryport, we're on the up. We haven't had an open age side for 3 years, and we've just got one back this year. Our youth setup is absolutely booming. We've got 7s, 8s, 9s, 11s, 12s, 13s and 16s.
Not only do you coach the 10s and 11s, you used to coach one of my close friends who's now at Leeds Rhinos, James Donaldson, Don Steen. Have you any stories on him? What was he like to coach?
A nightmare, really. He's
angry.
Angry. Great tackler, proper strong, but always thought it was maybe too good than what he was. Always thought he was, but one of the sessions we had with him, he was proper being a prima donna. So I sent him home, telling him to go to Kells Club, which I regretted at the end, thinking if he signed for Kells. But luckily, he come back the following week, apologised, and look where he is now.
Right, it's time for these lads to get warmed up. Let's go to the game. Save! 1, 2, 3, and get that. Hold there, wait. That's good talk. That's the one. Nice, good talk. 1, 2, 3. Yes, nice, good retreat. 2, 3. He's strong. One more, last shot. Nice, good contact. Just do what you do. Just go out there, just enjoy it, right? Talk to each other and just enjoy it. That's why we're here, don't we? That's why we play. That's why I used to play rugby, because I just loved it. Enjoyed it with my friends. You look like a good setup, all right? Just go out and enjoy it. So thanks for having us down, and good luck. Amanda Sibbald. Used to be Donaldson. This is the better player than James Donaldson's sister. Right, let's talk about Wharf-Brow. You and Donna were brought up here. Your kids play down here. What's it like as a club?
Oh, it's a great club to be involved in. My kids play, they're both 6 and 7, and me and James probably played from when we were 6 and 7 as well. And it's just a fantastic club, and it's a great community.
To be honest, you're more famous than Donna. You've won more caps than him, right? And you represented your country, so you must be proud of your career as well.
Yeah, I've done really well, and he's done really well. I think we've both brought each other on because we wanted to be better than each other all the time, and it was always a joke who was the better one. And I always used to say that I've got more caps and stuff, and he hasn't actually had a full international debut. So.
But you give it back. You've had 2 kids, and they're loving it down here.
Yeah.
They're playing rugby league.
Yeah, I actually coach the under-7s team.
You coach the 7s?
Yeah, the 7s. Got some really good little players. I think we've been unbeaten with our 7s.
I've seen these are 11s against Maryport. Some outstanding talent. Do you believe this club as a whole will keep producing?
Yeah, they've got massive, throughout all ages, they've got really good players, and I'm sure they'll produce some more Super League players.
Loughborough, Maryport. What a game, unbelievable. Look at this, Cumbria, God's country. Outstanding, enjoyed the game. I'm sure there's some Super League players amongst these lot, even farmers, or they'll be getting a job at Sellafield. Either them, right, outstanding talent. There's only one winner today, and that is... Rugby League! Yeah, the boys! Oh, when the ball go marching in, I want to be in that number.
Ichiwawa! Ooh! Masabua! Ooh! Sing-a-sanga, oi, oi, oi! Up the brow, up the brow, up the brow!
Wembley, this is what it's all about. It's all about the fans. We look back now to a final where Joel Tompkins scored that try against Leeds, linking up with his brother Sam. Check this out. Then it's time to go to find out off the main man who his 5 toughest opponents are. This is Joel Tompkins, Age Partnership, 5 toughest.
I'm Joel Tompkins, these are my 5 toughest opponents. Number 1, I'm going to say Ben Westwood. Over the years I've played against him quite a few times. He's always been a real competitor, just a real tough bloke. You know, if you run the ball anywhere in his vicinity, he's going to give you a good hiding, and you're always looking over your shoulder if you've just passed the ball and he's around as well. So Ben Westwood's the first one. Second one I would say would be Kyler Luluai. He had a bit of a reputation when he was playing for being a big hitter, but I also thought he showed his toughness in his work rate. For a big guy, he used to carry the ball strong, and then he did have that big shot as well. Third, not played against him for a long time, but and he was younger in his career, but James Graham. I always really admired his willingness to carry the ball in tough situations. You know, he's got a massive tank, a massive engine on him, but I always really admired the way that if Saints were ever stuck on their own line, he was always the first one to put his hand up and carry the ball. The next one might be a little bit left field, but I've always really admired Luke Robinson's toughness. I think for a guy of his size to play the sport that we play, and some of the injuries he overcame throughout his career, I thought it was unbelievable. Really good guy as well off the field, but then on the field, such a competitor. Used to put his head where it's pretty uncomfortable, and a couple of the knockouts what I witnessed him have weren't nice, but he always seemed to turn up and give everything. There's probably a couple of guys over the years who I've thought that about, you know, Rob Burrow and Danny Brough come to mind as well. Finally, a guy who I actually played with for a number of years, and yeah, I think he's definitely the toughest bloke in rugby league in my opinion, and that's Mickey McLaurin. I think some of the stuff he's put his body through over the years is unbelievable, and he's over in Catalan now. I think he was the main reason they won the Challenge Cup. Just his toughness and his willing to work for his teammates. So that's my 5 toughest opponents.
Hi, my name's Martin Afire, and you might know me from scoring great tries like this.
Gary Connolly. And Martin Afire trying to make some space. Now then, Martin Afire. He's got Alan Tate to beat on the outside. I'm sure he's going to go the full length. That is one sensational try. That must rank amongst the finest ever seen on this ground.
But now I'm involved in electric vehicle charging infrastructure. Come along and I'll show you what I'm up to these days. I'm invested in and work for a company called Connected Curb, and we provide a on-street residential charging solution for people with electric cars but don't have driveways. As you can see here, we put all our computing and data packs into the ground. We submerge them into the ground and we put our chargers on top of the ground, enabled existing street furniture like parking signs, as you can see here, or bollards, as you can see here. So what we do is we reduce street clutter, and we allow people without driveways to have the same ease and convenience of experience that those of us with driveways have. So that's what we basically do here at Connected Curb. While playing rugby, I think my plan was to be the best rugby player that I could possibly be and see where that would take me. I was fortunate enough to buy a few properties while I was playing and didn't spend all my money on fast cars. Obviously, you know, you like to have some pursuits after playing. So I was really keen and getting involved with television, worked for Sky Sports and the BBC for a little while, and have also done a host of reality TV shows. I think it's very important while you're playing rugby to still have a view to what's going to happen after you retire. Obviously, when you're 20 to 25, all you're thinking about is Challenge Cups, international caps, and success. But there comes a time in every rugby player's career that they see the end not too far away, as I'm sure Jamie Jones has felt on one or two occasions. And you're not invincible. So then you start to have an eye on what you want to do in the future. I'm inspired by successful people. I'm into modeling of success. That's something that really excites me. What is it that successful people do? And so I'm always reading books and autobiographies, whether it's Muhammad Ali, Conor McGregor, people who like to, use their mind to control what's inside them, to create an environment and success around them. That's something that's always intrigued me. There's lots of things you find out about success in psychology, about visualization, things that you didn't realize was a thing because there was no manual, but you just did them automatically. I think there is an issue with the rugby league, not having as many big personalities nowadays as they had once back in the day. I think the fact that rugby union is professional and the NRL has such big wages now, a lot of the big talent, is siphoned off into other sports, other codes and other leagues. I also think the fact, if I'm honest, the salary cap has affected rugby league. I think it's hard to be an aspirational sport when the people who are watching the sport are earning more money than the players who are on it, and they're putting their lives on the line. You only have to look at the UFC. A few years ago, those fighters were earning, a few $100s a fight. Now they are multi-millionaires, and I'll be hard pushed to pick out any multi-millionaires in the current Super League. If you want to market yourself, you have to be real. You have to be what you are, and I say you have to be aspirational. If no one aspires to be you or do what you do, then how are you going to manage to attract people into your sport? You look at the NBA, you look at the NFL, these are sports or codes that are only played in one country. Still, they reach out to the whole world, and just like the UFC, people in little villages in Africa or India or South Africa all aspire to go to play in the NFL or the NBA, and that's what you need. I think the NRL not quite at that level, but they're doing it. You got players in Tonga and Fiji all dreaming now of becoming the next Jonathan Thurston, and earning a multi-million-dollar deal and playing on a world stage. And that's what people aspire to in this X Factor world that we live in. My passion and love for Super League and the game of rugby league, which has given me so much, is unwaning. And I still enjoy the game, still like watching the young players come through. So if there's anybody out there who's passionate about electric vehicles like I am, and wants to buy an electric car and wants a connected curb charger outside their house, then get in touch with your local council and badger them, or get in touch with us at www.connectedcurb.com and we'll engage with you and show you the route forward. So guys, I've got some work to do. So get out of here and I'll see you soon.
Welcome back to Rugby Aim Part 2 here on Free Sports, and it is absolutely cracking flags today, Wagger.
Wow, look at this great stadium behind us, Wembley.
It's the Coral Challenge Cup final, Warrington versus Saints. Right now it's time to go catch up with the RLK's lot as they raise £38,000 in the ride to Wembley. Check this out.
Okay, we're here outside the George Hotel, the birthplace of rugby league, for the start of the 2019 UK raid right to Wembley. It's our third trip to Wembley. This time it's the toughest, it's the longest, it's the hardest, it's the hilliest climb. 23 riders facing hell.
I'm here with Lee Smith. We're here at the Ride to Wembley preparation. We're just going to be setting off soon. Former teammate, as you can see, he's done plenty of training. How have you found the training for the Ride to Wembley this year?
Yeah, that ride I did, Keith, were difficult. I've done a little bit, mate. Not enough, obviously, not as much as you. You're a keen cyclist yourself, but retirement is all about retiring, chilling out. not about doing rides to Wembley. So, yeah, I'm a bit nervous, if I'm totally honest, but it should be good. It's all in a good cause.
So you're enjoying retirement, as we can see?
As you can see, I'm enjoying retirement. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
So you text John Ledger yesterday. You'd seen the map route. You'd seen that there were a few hills on there. You were asking about the hills. Were you a little bit nervous about that, the first day especially?
Well, they put this special chart on without where we were going, and it were only really small, so I thought it was something to note. Anyway, I texted him and asked him if he could work out the route that I'd done a few weeks ago, and he said that I'd only climbed a quarter of the hills that we're going to climb today, which was kind of a worry last night, so I didn't sleep much, a bit nervous, so I'm excited a little bit as well.
I've been out on 3 or 4 training rides with John and a couple of the others, and the most I've done, the most I've done is about 30 miles. So I'll do it. I'm quite slow, but I'll do it. But other than that, not much training. But it's I'm still playing. These two aren't, so I have to get up on a Monday morning aching and struggling to move, let alone cycle. But
so what have you been told is the most important thing that you need for this bike ride?
Well, first of all, it was my bike, but then you've just informed me that you need this special cream that I've just put on me, which don't feel great, if I'm totally honest.
So the chamois cream, so you thought you'd go on a bike ride for 5 days and not use your chamois cream?
As you know, I'm not a keen cyclist. I don't know what chamois cream is.
I think like camaraderie gets you through, doesn't it, and banter gets you through. We've been in some tough situations together before and managed to pull through, although you can see the clock counting down in them tough situations. But like, this is 10 hours relentless every day, so it'll be something that we're not particularly used to, but all the same exciting.
arrived here in Holmfirth, 20 miles into the UK Red Right of Wembley Challenge, and we're in last of the summer wine country, Sid's Cafe. 20 miles, 2,000 feet of climbing. Some people are hurting already. It's been tough, it's been hilly, and it's getting hillier, and it's getting tougher. And we've got a great little surprise now for the riders. The shortest, steepest road in Holmfirth, Newfold. They've got to get up there. It's a quarter of a mile, 16% gradient, cobbled. Get up there without putting the foot on the ground. They're going to really, really love me.
Here in Staverton near Daventry, end of day 3, 77.7 miles today, 210 miles in 3 days. Great trip so far. We've broken a few bikes, broken a few more riders, and more importantly raised an awful lot of money for Rugby League Cares.
Absolutely minging. For me, the hardest day or afternoon was yesterday. Mentally, I'd lost my head, just wanted to go home, because I've just constantly lied to about how many miles are left, and there's no hills on this next bit, and then in front of me is like Mount Everest.
This is my third ride to Wembley, and it gets harder every year. John Ledger's done the route. Kevin from UK Red normally does some planning, but John's decided he does about 4,000 miles of cycling a month, so he's decided to put every hotel is at the top of a hill.
Spirits are really high though, everyone's sort of just getting on well and having a smile at the end of the day, and got a jacuzzi tonight and a swim, so it'll be nice.
We've got a rehab session. We're leading an aqua jog session in half an hour.
Absolutely not. I'm going to say that jacuzzi.
It's really important for your rehab, so tomorrow our legs won't be sore.
I've got blisters where I'm not supposed to have blisters. And I've had to sit on that bike again.
On the bottom of her bum cheek, she's got 2 blisters about that long.
She's shown the whole squad.
Everyone knows about it.
I haven't shown anybody.
Keep seeing you put some cream on.
She's asking for volunteers for cream to be put on.
Day 4 of a ride to Wembley is the toughest day of the week, 85 miles. We've got an early start in the morning. We're heading from Staverton in the Midlands down to Blenheim Palace along the Oxford Canal. Really tough section of the Oxford Canal. It's not a very good path. Riders have been warned to stay dry. It's really easy to fall into the canal if you're not paying attention. Blenheim Palace for lunch, then through the centre of Oxford, which is a really special moment for the riders. And then we go across country down towards the Chiltern Hills, and pretty flat. But then the last 10 miles are really, really hilly as we reach Tring. So we're 85 miles. There'll be a lot of more broken riders tomorrow and a lot more abuse hurled my way.
We've just finished the ride to Wembley. Reece Smith's first time. Now I know he, from his training days at Leeds, was never the greatest of trainers. Always did the best he could do to avoid training. What happened today?
That's all lies, Keith, all lies.
So this is just a little bit like when you was, I remember back in 2005 you were supposed to play Wembley. You were so close, I kept you out. You were so close, and again you were so close to making it to Wembley. So explain to us what happened, please.
Yeah. So basically, I got all the way down, I was 7 miles out, we had to come off the canal. Went into an industrial estate, the man put the barrier down on me, I didn't see a bump, fell off, raised my arm, broke someone else's bike who fell off, so the gentleman I am, I give him my bike and I got an Uber home, and obviously didn't want to do that, but you know, I'm a team player.
It's been the longest ride we've ever done, the toughest ride we've ever done. We've never had as many injuries and accidents and laughs, actually. No one's been seriously injured, a few sports injuries, but it's been great. 18,000 feet of climbing. It's the sea level to Everest Base Camp. And as we got further south, it's got hotter and hotter and hotter. This morning in the Chiltern Hills were just exhilarating for the people who are still fit, and the ones who weren't fit enough were dying, but it's great, real great, mate. Great week. The star of the show, undoubtedly all week, has been Andrea Dobson, the Featherstone Rovers and England prop, who came in terrified that she wouldn't make it. Andrea will say that she's not the slightest girl in the group, but she's killed it. She's got stronger and stronger each day, and she is the funniest rugby player any of us have ever met, and we howled with laughter at her. It's been a great week.
I'm just glad I'm here. I didn't think I'd make it through Wednesday, to be honest.
It's been a really good group, to be honest. Everyone's like cheering each other on, waiting for each other, but I think as well, like, the support we've had on social media and all the donations and stuff have kept us going, because every day people are sending nice comments and sending more money through, so you can't not be motivated to carry on when you've got that support.
We've raised about £28,000 so far. Expect to raise £35,000. That's fantastic. As you know, since January, Rugby League Cares has had full responsibility for delivering player welfare to the professional and semi-professional games. That money will allow us to help players who need it most, players who come to the end of their careers and need help making the transition from being a pro athlete to civilian life, really. And some players need education, some players need retraining, some people really struggle emotionally and mentally with it, so Rugby League Cares is there to help them. And what these guys this week have put themselves through will make sure that the next generation of players who leave the game will do so in as good a health as possible. We've got exciting plans for next year. Wembley, of course, the Challenge Cup final is moving away from the August Bank Holiday weekend to earlier in the year. I can't say at this moment what our plans are, but I don't think there'll be a shortage of volunteers to jump on board for what should be the ride of a lifetime.
Your first experience of Wembley, how good does that feel? How does that compare to the NRL Grand Final for South Sydney in 2004?
Unbelievable, Wagger. It's I've actually been dying to be interviewed by you, and it's taken all this time.
It's taken a while.
Mate, I've seen you so many games, and I'm like, yeah, he might come and get me this time. But finally,
sorry, mate.
Took us to win
You're straight in. You're straight in.
Mate, it was unbelievable. A big effort from all the boys.
Yeah.
It's just it still hasn't fully sunk in yet, I don't think, and I don't know when it will. But it's
going into this game, you're underdogs. They've beat 3 times this year in the league.
Yep.
They're playing well. The league leaders going into this game, but Philbin, that start, how intense was that game compared to games you played in Australia?
Mate, it was up there. The heat comes into it as well.
Yeah.
Starting the game as well, it's probably a bit of a new concept for me. A lot of my career I've come off the bench, and Price has had me starting a few games, so it's something new for me. Yeah, it's different, and I've been enjoying it. But mate, today was unbelievable, and it's something I'll never forget, definitely.
Callum, how disappointed with that?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, tough one to take, really. You know, we've been. A lot of us have never been to this game before, and it was a piece of the puzzle for quite a few of us. And you know, credit Warrington to do. We fell short, and they took the chances.
The tackle of the game's got to be about you on Tommy Makinson. That, all day long he scores them, but not today.
I'll tell you, during the week I had a chat with some of the boys saying, because he dives like, you can't push him out because he dives in the air, he's so good at it, you know, so you can only put the ball sort of on one patch of grass, can't he? So I said during the week, and funny enough it came off, I said, if he does that, I'm just going to dive for that corner of grass, you know, where he puts it down. And then, so today it came, I was just like, I'll try it, because I can't push him out. I did it the other week and scored, so made it come off, and some of the boys are laughing about it now, but...
How does that compare? You've played in some big games. How does that compare? Challenge Cup again, to win it against St Helens, underdogs, they beat 3 times in the league. Unbelievable effort.
Well, mate, I think everybody didn't really give us a chance, did they? So we knew within ourselves that we were the only ones that thought we could win, and we turned up and put in a great display and we won.
Warrington played really well, to be fair. I thought when you scored in the second half you were back in it.
Yeah, you know, it was a difficult game. Didn't go our way, but, you know, Challenge Cup final, you got a winner and a loser, so, you know, it's disappointed, but we all thought, you know, if we keep playing as good as we can be, then, you know, that second half could change the game, and, you know, I thought maybe my try could change the game and, you know, come back. We had a few opportunities, but, you know, it just didn't go our way, and fair play to Warrington. They were better.
Would you say that's the quickest, most intense game you've played in your career up to date?
Yeah, it was a tough game, very tough game. You know, I think both teams completed high, and you know, I think it was a good game to watch for the supporters. And you know, Challenge Cup final, you know, it doesn't come every year, and you know, both teams went for it, and you know, disappointed today.
How good were your defence? Not just your attack, you were clinical, like stopping Tommy Makinson in the corner, Bryson Goodwin. What unbelievable!
It's just, it comes down to a game plan, doesn't it, Ragged? And you know, no matter what the game plan is, if 1 to 17 believe in that game plan, and whether it's right or wrong, it generally works, and it will work. And today we had 1 to 17, believed in what we were going to do. You know, we were playing with one half back, and I know Jack put birds over, and but Joe, we stuck to we needed a plan, and we stuck to it, and that's what we did today. And Joe, and you can see the results. The result went our way.
I'm so proud of that team, because what they've done is they've become legends of this club now. They'll be remembered, which is fascinating, but also for the fans and also the owners and the board of directors that have continued to support this team and this club with the finance and the resource and the backing. The fans that continue to support this club, we've got a fantastic fan base. I'm more made up for those guys as well, as much as I am with the players, because, you know, like I said, it's been a fantastic day for this club, and thoroughly deserved as well.
You must be proud as punch we are men today.
Oh, unbelievable. I thought 1 to 17, the way we did it, the game plan, and we'd set out all week. A lot of people have written us off as a one-horse race, but we had the belief within us that we could do it, and like I say, emotion ran high at the end.
For me, what about the defence? Defence impressed me more than anything, because at times, at patches, you look down and out, you're just covering each other's back. Bryson Goodwin in the corner when Daz Clark chased back with 2 minutes left of the game.
We know what wins finals, and defence wins finals. We know we only had to score a couple, but if our defence was on, we'd win. Anyway, like I said, the scramble and the effort and the energy we had was unbelievable.
Look at this, he's having a beer. Look at that. When will this stop though? You've got a game, you've got to back it up, you've got to straight back to the league.
I'm sure, can we move that Thursday game to Sunday, please?
RFL, we want to move it.
How can you celebrate a win?
You need a week. We know. We're big drinkers. We need a week.
I'm 38 years old, right? I will never ever experience this again.
You've got to go.
So, and I'm going to play on Thursday. Oh, well, somebody's going. I might have to play on Thursday. I've got to be prepared for Thursday. Change the game, guys. Change the game.
Message from West. Change the game. What an unbelievable day at Wembley. Congratulations to Warrington Wolves lifting the Challenge Cup. Unbelievable day, meeting all the fans, all the players, outstanding. Join us next week for more Rugby AM.